Welcome back to a lovely fall edition of A Guide to Poor Parenting, a podcast where me, Jason,
and me, Jennifer,
have a few drinks
and talk shit about our kids.
Please follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Guide to Poor Parenting,
and Facebook, TikTok at Poor Parent Pod.
And if you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice, or have questions for us,
please call us at
274-1329.
Thank you.
Please and thank you. We really need to hear from you guys.
Oh, sorry about that.
Because we need to know, if you don't like us talking too much about our week, or what you like the best, because we
don't know.
We don't know, yeah.
Jennifer, how's your week been?
It has been
hectic.
Yeah, it's been stressful. Work is just, yeah.
A lot.
And then doctor's appointments, and we had a meeting with our group, and my boss has been kind of
stressed out,
vacant. So, door closed. If you go ask her, a question, it's kind of what do you want?
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about going to Arkansas or not, but I got to go on a trip, so I was gone. We left Friday, and then I took Monday off, but we came back on Sunday, and it was really, really cool. We surprised, it's like my second family. I go to their family reunions. We surprised one of their cousins, because he always comes down for all of everybody else's birthdays, but we don't go there. So we didn't go to the city he lives in, but we went to a close city, so Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yep.
And we stayed in a house that was 104 years old. It was massive. And the surprise we had in mind didn't work out right. But we still surprised him, and he was I never heard him so quiet. His eyes was bugged out, and he didn't speak for a minute, but it was a good surprise. Aww. And he really, really liked it. But we had a lot of fun there. We didn't do any of the bathhouses or anything like that, but we just watched football game because he's an Auburn fan. Tiki's an Auburn fan. I'm an Auburn fan. They had made breakfast, and then Drew was cooking for dinner, so we got
It's real pretty country, isn't it? It's real pretty, kind of hilly and slightly mountainous area.
Yeah, it's in the middle of a national park.
Yeah, and
we didn't get to do nothing with the national park thing, but it was close.
I don't know. I know I went there as a kid, but that's all I remember. But I do know they're famous for the reason it's called Hot Springs is because there's a natural hot springs.
Yeah,
and there's bathhouses everywhere.
And they have faucets for you everywhere, where you can just open up the faucet and get you your water. The host of the house we were in actually had this big pot, with a spigot on it, and it had the hot water, or the hot springs water in it. Yeah. And I had drank a bottle of water, and I poured some in so that we could all try it, but we haven't done that yet. But that was a lot of fun. And so I was off on Monday, so when I came in on Tuesday, not this week, but last week, I walked into my boss's office, and I had a question, and I was like, "Did you miss me?" And she was just like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Oh shit, okay, now I know not to go to you anymore." And so I kind of just avoided.
Right.
If I had any questions, just went to my lead. But so in the meeting that we had, at the end of it, she apologized because she knew she was. Because we're in a new computer system, and everybody is
stressed
you need
out.
To do this, you need to do this, and they're just putting all this pressure on her.
Uh-huh.
And she's going home and working. Ugh. And so she said she worked 60 hours last week or some shit like that.
And she's salaried too.
Yeah. So I'm I knew, because I've been working with her before she was my boss. We were same position at one point. She trained me, actually. So I know kind of her. And I was like, that's why I didn't. I was like, thank you for saying that, but I already knew because I know how you are, but everybody else was kind of,
Yeah.
like, I guess everybody said thank you and we ended and blah, blah, blah. But it has been crazy. One account took like 4 hours. And it's still not fixed. It's just the craziest thing. Like, we're just trying to get used to this new system, and it's just, I don't know. But yeah, so fun kind of vacation. I really needed it.
So is this a place you think we could take, like, all of us to go to with Clea, maybe?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they had an escape room. She really liked the escape room when we did it. They had we went to this place and did go-karts and mini putt-putt and laser tag twice. No, we didn't do the laser tag. I mean, twice. I won at laser tag, so I was wicked excited. Go-karts I didn't win because I was the last one to get out of the where all the cars are. But so I could never catch up because I'm the last one. But I passed the kids that were going with us that we didn't know and drew twice. So I just couldn't catch up to the leaders, but it was fun. And then we did putt-putt. I mean, but it wasn't that expensive either because we were playing video games inside, like my basketball I always play and skee ball and Halo I know she loves. But they have a lot of those kind of places. And then
they have like outdoorsy stuff, like as part of the state park
well, I was
too.
gonna say, and then they have all that stuff with the state park. They have walking tours and all that stuff. So not I know we can't really take her up too high because she's scared of heights. But I think
the way you described it kind of reminds me a bit of Gatlinburg.
Yeah, but I don't think they have like anything like what was that place that
Ober Gatlinburg and Itasca something like that.
Something. They don't have something like that.
Yeah.
I think you just drive.
Anakin Skywalker, that was it.
Yeah. They do have zip lines somewhere, but I don't think she'll do a zip line.
Yeah.
But we could find things.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's an 8-hour drive, too, isn't it?
Yes.
From Huntsville.
Yeah. And then we because there are like fountains and you could see
steaming
the heat,
fountains, yeah.
So of course I had to go touch it because that's just how I am. I'm a big kid. But yeah, bathhouses galore. They have a museum about what was his name, Bugsy
Malone?
Yeah, I think he was either like from there or something happened with him there. But there's this museum about gangsters and about gambling, and because there's a casino there where they do horse races. We went to the casino and I won, so yay.
How much did you spend to win?
I think I spent $200.
And how much did you win?
I think I won $800.
Oh, good job.
Because I saw a Little Shop of Horror slot machine. Because the blackjack tables were all really wicked expensive and full. So, because that's what I like. I really like to play is blackjack. But I didn't do very well at the Little Shop of Horrors. I just wanted to. But because when you have these cool looking machines, you want to know what the prize is, you know? And so you keep playing, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm not going to play this no more. And then...
I'm about to say, the prize is poverty.
Right. Well, I mean, I only take what I'm going to spend, right? So, I'm not going to spend more. So, I got out, and I heard Mystical playing, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? So I was walking towards the area. They had like a DJ, either a DJ. It was like a DJ, and then there was like I don't know if it was a party for everybody or if there was just a party for they had rented the room or whatever. But they were playing some really good music. And when we went on the cruise, I had one where it was like the top light was going off and spinning, and I had to sit there and wait, and I had to get like a W something for my taxes, and I think that was like $1,200. But it was a leprechaun.
Right.
So I just sat. I was like, oh, leprechaun. I won before, so I put my whatever I had left from Little Shop of Horrors and put that in there, and I was just pushing buttons and dancing, and then Drew comes and she's like, "Did you put that much money in?" I'm like, "No." She's like, girl. And I'm like, I'm just chilling, waiting for y'all. So she puts whatever, I guess she has some change on her card and she put it in. And then I get the, like the special thing.
Yep.
And, there you go, $800. Oh, it was like seven eighty. It was close to $800. And so Drew's like, cash out. I'm like, I know. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'll just sit here and listen to the music, pretend I'm playing. And she was messing around, but we were ready to go at that point. But yeah, overall, great trip. Did not know Drew's car didn't have air conditioning, so I was dying.
I mean, I'm glad you had the windows cracked, but even then, that's a bit.
Yeah. It was, and Arkansas is hot as fuck.
Ugh, that sounds
it was
awful.
bad. So yeah, but and other than that, I mean, it was a great trip. We had a very good time. Cousin was so happy, and that is just what made it like the best,
Well, yeah.
And then the 4-day work week was like a Monday every fucking day because you have to catch up because no one else is doing your stuff but just working. What about you? How's your week been?
It has been okay. So this is the end of the. So I'm not going to get into too many specifics because I don't want to like out myself or dox myself. But I work for a defense contractor, and like this is the end of the fiscal year for the government, and for all so we're recording this on October 4th, and the government shut down on Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's not affecting us because our contract is fully funded, so we're okay. But it's I know it's hard on my like government contacts and the people we know that work. Some of them are furloughed, some of them are not. But it's been okay. We've been talking about like frustrating computer systems. We have been. I have been dealing with a project at work that they gave me 3 years ago, and they kept changing their mind and like expanding it and then contracting it and changing their minds and yeah, it's been a nightmare. Now it's basically been put on the back burner because they want to do something else. They want to change some like underlying technologies is difficult and not easy to do.
Yeah.
So it's been an adventure, but I don't know. I have been Benita. If you're listening to this, I doubt she listens to this podcast. But if my boss is listening to this, I have been looking for other jobs just because I've been with this particular job for 5 years.
Right, and that's just kind of how you've always done your jobs.
Not really, because I was with my last job for 9 years.
Yeah, but when you left them, you kind of.
Well,
you always shop around.
I always like to keep my eyes out because I was with the company I was with the longest here in Huntsville. I was with 9 years, and by staying with them so long, I really shot myself in the foot because I'm like I could have been probably double. Well, I don't know about double, but I would have been making more than I was. I could have doubled my pay like 3 or 4 years into working for that company.
Right.
Had I just moved on. And I should have, 9 years is great, but like if you're having job growth, but I really wasn't. I was just doing the same thing for 9 years.
Yeah.
So I keep my eye out because I have some financial goals I want to achieve before retirement.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I actually just logged on to Social Security, SSA.gov. So to our listeners, Jennifer and I are in our she's mid, I'm late 40s. I recommend everybody logging into SSA.gov and seeing what your projected benefits from Social Security are going to be, and trying to figure out your break-even point. Because even though I'm not like super close to retirement, I want to keep my eye on it.
Right.
And I have to say, I was shocked because I was talking to a friend whom I won't call them out on the podcast, but we were talking about retirement, and this person we were talking about saving levels,
right?
And they have worked in private and non-governmental roles basically, so
right?
Nothing like a pension. And we were talking, and they were like, they are like, I'm doing pretty good. I'm saving about 5%. And I was like, how much do you have total? And they were like, I have about 45,000. And they're the same age as I am.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, That's problematic because I'm in my late 40s, and I feel a little bit behind, even though I'm not. I know I'm not.
Right.
So I told this person, I was like, you need to seriously reevaluate your retirement planning because you need to start sacking away.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, like I come to this conversation with a lot of privilege. I mean, not that my mom and dad have like footed the bill for me since I've been independent, but like they definitely did help with like getting the down payment for the house. And you know, they also talked to me about retirement savings, and
Right.
we would discuss these things a lot.
Right.
And I also I didn't have an infant that I had to find daycare for.
Yeah.
So, and this person did. So I was like, I come at, you know, like our life perspectives are very different.
Right.
So I do recognize that, but I did tell them, I was like, you probably need to start, you know, really readjusting your lifestyle in the next few years so you can sack away the money. Where was that conversation? I don't remember. I will say though, we were recording this on October 4th. Pardon my cough. And I have to get ready for 2 birthdays. So I got Zane's coming up next weekend, and Kalia's the weekend after. So luckily Kalia's hanging out with a friend right now, so we got the house to ourselves. Although Zane just walked in from a play date of his own, and Justin's hanging out with the baby. Oh, that's the other thing. My fucking grandson, my sweet baby, has hand, foot, and mouth disease.
That's not his fault, though.
No, I'm not. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not blaming him.
The way that
I'm
you
just
said it is like my fucking, you know.
Fucking because I'm upset for him. I was like, I feel bad for the baby. He's not like, he has not even been affected by it really. He's got the sores all over his hands, mouth, inside and out, feet. So he's got these little blisters everywhere. But he's not fever. Well, he's had a little bit of a fever, but he's not itchy. Thank God. He's not scratching himself.
Right.
And he's really not had any symptoms beyond the blisters and a tiny bit of fever. So I just feel so bad for him. But he also infected his mom and his dad. So we are trying desperately. Every time I'm sitting alone in my room or in my office and I start scratching, I'm like, oh God, do I have it too?
Please, please.
Please
I
don't.
don't want to have it.
I don't want to have that. I've heard, though, for adults it's not as bad.
I didn't even know adults could get it. So when you were like, oh yeah, this is what's happening with the baby, I was like, what? Like, because it just blew my mind that that's something that, you know, they could have.
Well, and I was thinking, oh, it may be like chickenpox. You get it once and then you're immune for a while.
Right.
Until you get shingles or some shit like that.
Right.
But no, like you can get, it's just a virus you can get over and over again. You're immune for a little bit.
Crazy.
And then you can get reinfected. So I'm just praying to God we don't catch it. Although, like I said, for adults, it's usually pretty minimal, the symptoms. But, you know, I wanted to warn you because you've kind of like been dealing with long COVID, and I don't want you like getting all fucked up with blisters all over your hands and mouth.
Yeah, that does not sound like fun, so thank you. Yeah. But I'm just not trying to touch nothing.
So, but yeah, it's been, you know, we're just trying to get through the week with a sick baby, and Kalia keeps bugging me if I'm going to bring So last year for her birthday, we dropped off like 24 donuts from Krispy Kreme at her school. And she's like, are you going to drop off? Can I bring donuts to school? I was like, I might get you donuts and drop them off. And she's like, oh, perfect. I'm going to distribute and then not give them to some kids. And I'm like, man.
Wait.
Yeah.
You being shady, baby.
I was like, I might drop them off. I'm not going to make any promises. Because I'm like, last year was the first year we did it. It's like, this is not a normal thing we do.
Right. It's not a
tradition.
Tradition. Thank you.
I might do it, but I'm like, if I hear about you being like, oh, you know, so-and-so doesn't get some and so-and-so does, I'm like, I'm less likely to drop them off.
Oh, definitely.
I'm like, even if you don't like them, it's meant for everybody.
Right.
And yeah, it's like you being a mean girl is not a lot of fun.
Right. We're going to find a burn book in the room.
Jesus Christ. Oh, she's already got one because she just draws their pictures.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
Ugh.
But I also, like, I had her, oh my God, a mildly horrific story to tell.
Okay.
So Kalia came to me last week with 2 pages out of her sketchbook of like shit she wanted from Amazon. Or just, I told her, it's like, go on Amazon, find stuff you want for your birthday and Christmas.
Right.
Give me a list I can give to people. Because it's fucking convenient. if you can put together a list on Amazon and be like, okay, this is what they want. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get everything, but we're going to let people choose.
Yep.
If you got some priorities, let me know.
Right. Like which ones you like the best. Like what's at the top. We'll see, but we...
Yeah. And it's nice because I can be like, okay, Grandma, here's the link. Go buy it.
Yep.
Jennifer, Auntie Jay, here's the link. Pick what you want. Go buy it.
Yep. And I've already got my link.
So I took her to Kumon on Thursday. Jennifer and I are recording this on Saturday. And we get back and she's like, did you want me to do the Amazon list? I'm like, yeah. So I go into my office and I pull up Amazon on a new browser. And I log in. I'm like, okay, here's how you add it to the list. I was a little bit afraid she was going to try and buy something, but I know with Amazon I can always cancel it. So I wasn't too worried.
Yeah.
So she gets done. I go back down there and I start looking at the list. And you know how when you hover, do you have Microsoft Office at your work, right?
Yes.
So when you hover over the icons in the system tray at the bottom, especially with Chrome, it'll show you if you have if you have several windows open.
Yes.
So I hovered over it and I knew I had more than one window open. Mm-hmm. One of the windows was very inappropriate for children.
She did it again?
No, it was me.
Oh.
It was mine.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't straight up porn, but it was like bordering on it.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think she'd opened it up.
Oh, good.
But I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Grandpa.
Bad grandpa. That's why I don't let her on my computer too much, because I'm like, oh. But yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I'm a good grandfather. What can I say?
Sure, you're the best.
Whatever. So,
that's funny.
All
My
right.
Goodness.
Well, Miss Jennifer, we have been, I think it's time for our cocktail introduction.
Okay.
So, in Huntsville, we have a road called Governor's Drive. It's long. It was what 565 turned into, like a good chunk of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a chunk of it that goes from the only interstate in town, 565, and it goes over Montesano Mountain. And once you get over the mountain, there's a gas station on the right-hand side, and I still don't know what it's called. It's a Shell, I think, but there's a little tiny liquor store attached to it. And Zane's stepsister, who is a big whiskey connoisseur and wine connoisseur, she recommended it to us, and we go over there all the time because they have interesting and unique liquors. And so we went over there. We were on that part of town the other few weeks back, and I was like, hey, I have a podcast and we sample whiskeys and wines. Do you have anything for about $35? So he picked out this thing, and it's called Nearest Green Tennessee Whiskey. I really like it. I had a little too much last night because I was actually a little hungover when I woke up this morning. But it was like...
Best way to be.
Yes, ma'am. But what do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's good. I mean, it's not my Jameson because, that's my favorite. But it is good.
So Jennifer and I did a cruise. Jennifer, Zane, Kalia, and I all did a cruise last year? Yep. And there's a liquor store, a duty-free liquor store on board. Mm-hmm. And... there was a Jameson Black.
Yeah, that I wanted to try.
I found it.
Found it?
I found it.
Well, how much is it? Okay.
Because.
Did you buy it?
I think it's going to be your Christmas gift. So.
Yay.
It wasn't too bad.
Don't make it the don't
no,
make it the podcast.
No, it's not going to be your dirty Santa. It's going to be your actual Christmas present.
Well, I was thinking don't do it for the podcast because I want to drink.
Oh, no. It'll be your bottle to do with what you want.
Yay. Which I will share, because that's just who I am. But
did we even try it on the ship?
I couldn't. I tried to. They were doing tastings, and I asked the lady if she was going to do the tasting of it, and she's like, "No, that's not on the list for the tastings." I'm like, "Damn it!" And I was contemplating, because I won money, but we flew from Huntsville to
Miami, Fort
Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And we didn't check our luggage.
No, we didn't check any luggage.
So I couldn't have it in my book bag or my carry-on, so I couldn't have it.
And what sucks is that in Alabama we can't ship liquor.
Yeah.
So I was just like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But,
So
well.
that's why I didn't get it. But
Hopefully someday we'll have it on the podcast. If it's not hers, it'll be something I buy.
there you go.
All right.
And then I'll have it again.
There
Yay.
you go. All right. So we'll be right back after this quick break.
All right.
And we're back.
Hello. Did you miss us?
I hope so. All right, Miss Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
We are on the struggle bus at the moment.
You're on the struggle bus. I'm not.
We're on the struggle bus trying to find ideas to talk about for this fucking podcast anymore. Because, yeah.
We've been doing this for now how long?
Years, I believe.
So, and then no one ever lets us know what they want on
One person did.
Yes, one person emailed us.
Yes.
But, y'all help us out because we want to know what you like and what you don't like about the podcast because we would love feedback because, do you want more of us just talking about our life or do you want more Reddit or do you not like the Reddit or do you want more guests? Help.
But either way, Jennifer's friend and...
she was on the podcast.
Which was Aubrey?
Aubrey. She's the one that told us.
She suggested we use ChatGPT, and so I'll ask ChatGPT. I was like, "What are some topics we could talk about?" Frankly, it's a lot of it's time stuff we've talked about. But this one, its suggestion was I think it was the hiding in the pantry to get a snack or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, well, that's actually not a bad because adult time."
Yeah.
Because as all parents understand, especially when they're young.
Yeah.
They are glued to your goddamn hip.
Yeah, luckily we don't have that young, but when the babies come.
Yeah. But, so I was like, oh, what do we talk about adult time? Because
me time,
I mean, that's frankly what this podcast is just us talking bullshit and having adult time. And we're like, okay, you go to the room, here's a tablet, keep yourself entertained.
That's right.
We're
You're
bad parents.
Babysitter. I don't think we're bad parents for that. I think all parents do that, so...
Not them crunchy ones.
Crunchy ones. I don't ever want to be called a crunchy parent. What is that?
Well, the granola ones, the ones who are,
the stay-at-home moms and...
Well, and the ones who are, super obsessed with, frankly, they're probably the ones who have better kids than us.
Yeah, the ones that, make their lunches and, gourmet
and
lunches and, yeah. That's not me. I don't like to cook, so. Your gourmet lunch is a peanut butter jelly sandwich. How about that?
But I will say the reason I thought this would be an interesting topic is just because adult time, where it's just okay, kids go do something on your own. Mm-hmm. It can be a little bit guilt-inducing.
Yeah.
Because you're like, am I doing too much?
Right.
Adult time? Am I just ignoring the kids?
Right.
Am I not doing enough? Am I not maintaining my friendships?
Right.
So I was like, well, this might be something we could talk about.
Yeah, definitely. And, you also, I think also this is one because of your conversation with Kalia, where she was like, I don't think you hear me.
Oh, yeah, a few years ago when she said that.
When I'm talking to you. And yes, that hurt your feelings, but that also kind of was eye-opening, I want to say. And then you're like, okay,
yeah,
my phone's down. I'll listen to whatever bullshit you're talking about. Because, sorry, she's 11. So you all know it is not like the end of the world kind of situation.
And at the time she said this, she was 10 or 9.
Right. So, but I think that kind of played a little part.
Yeah.
Well, not in why you picked this topic, but because it's
applicable.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking when you were a kid, do you remember times when your parents were like, "Okay, this is adult time. Go do something else"?
No.
No?
Because when I was a kid, it was go play, come back when the streetlights come on. So that's all their adult time.
Oh, okay. So you got extra.
Well, in summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even in wintertime, when you were, did y'all?
When I went to school and then I came home, I don't think so. Because my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she also babysat when we were I don't think she didn't do it in Germany, but when we were in the States, she babysat Army kids because my father was in the Army. So if they went to the school that I went to, it was only those kids. But Mama would walk us to school, and then she would pick us up and then walk us home because we really didn't live that far away. But I don't ever remember her, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go do this because I need a break." But I was also, I've always kind of been a people pleaser.
Oh,
So, I think I could feel when she needed a break or something, and then I would just go read a book. Because, like back when I was a child, it's not streaming and TV. I mean, I had a Game Boy and a Nintendo, but only got to
Was TV not an option? Was your mom like, go just watch TV or something?
no. I mean, I don't think my mom ever told me to go do something. I think I felt it, and I would just go do something. TV, was what, 4 channels? But we had a lot of movies that they recorded. Like we would go rent it, and then we had 2 VCRs. So we had Mama made like she had a ledger,
Yeah.
and and she put a number 1 on the first tape, and 2 and 3 and 4, and she would write down what movies were on there. Because usually we could fit about 2 or 3 movies, depending on the length of the movie on there. And I had to ask if I wanted to watch a movie, I would have to ask her, and she'd be like, "Which one are you picking?" And she would watch me put it in, and then if it was like they tried
content.
they tried to keep, or she tried to keep all the kind of kid ones on
The same cassette.
on the same cassette. But like RoboCop, I watched RoboCop with my mom and my father. But the thing is that this is where I got it from. Is Mama watched it first, so I didn't know how he became RoboCop until I was like in my 30s or 40s because I didn't rewatch it.
Yeah.
So I had to leave the room while they fast forwarded all the shooting part where he's like getting riddled with bullets. So Mama would pause and you go, and then okay, you can come back in now, and she would do that with any movie that had something she didn't think I should watch.
So I take it you didn't see the scene where the guy got dunked in acid and then hit by the car?
Yeah. I didn't even know that was part of it. So you see, like she protected me, or was like, okay, no, you can't see the scene, so go. But I don't really remember like getting that many tapes to go watch. It was most like even like after school I'd go play with my friends.
See, I remember having a bunch of I remember watching TV a lot, especially as more of a teenager because I didn't have a lot of friends, or like younger teenager, tween to like probably 16. I didn't have a ton of friends, so I would watch TV, but we didn't have a lot. I think we probably had more TV stations in y'all in Austin than we did than you obviously had here in Huntsville. We probably had like 6 or 7.
I really don't know. I'm just guessing 4, but we could have had more, but it wasn't. Yeah, not until I got a little older did I want like Fox.
Yeah,
so I could watch
Married with Children,
Melrose Place.
Oh, Melrose.
And
not The Simpsons. Oh, 90210.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember being in the bathtub. I'd take a bath, and I had a small TV, and I'd put it on the toilet, and I'd watch, like, stay in the bath for an hour, watch 90210, and then I'd get up. Or I'd take a shower while the commercial was, to rinse off, because baths are nasty, but it's nice to kind of chill. And then during commercial, but I could still hear it. So if the show came on, I was like, okay, I'm done. And then while I was getting ready for bed, I'd watch Melrose Place because it was late. So that was like my bedtime after Melrose Place.
So, funny story about baths. Kalia recently started asking if she could do baths again.
Yeah.
Because when we first got her at 5, we would do a bath. And I would put like soap in the water, and then she started getting UTIs all the time. And the pediatrician was like, "Stop doing soap, or start doing showers." I'm like, "Okay." And so we'd done showers from like 5 to 11.
Yeah.
And so she just recently was like, "Can I do a bath again?" I'm like, Yes, but you have to like rinse off first, and then you can, because otherwise you're just sitting in your filth. So
Yeah.
it's like take a shower first, rinse off. Like,
Not first, last.
I prefer to first if
Really?
I'm gonna do a shower because I'm like I want to get clean, let it drain, and then I'll fill it up with water. Either one, I just like
I
ultimately.
just think the way that she is it should be last because I don't think she would clean
I mean, I have
shower
doubts.
first.
Okay, so funnily enough, not too long ago, we did one of those. For our listeners on the podcast, we always do that. If you don't like our podcast, then Jennifer says test shit.
Yeah.
And I said something about pimple patches. She's like, "Can I spend some? Can I go to? Can we go to Walmart so I can buy some pimple patches with my allowance?" I'm like, "Sure." So
But wash your fucking face.
I know, Jesus Christ.
Just do it in the shower like I do.
I have to. But, rice on a cracker. I've been trying to get her to do this. It's like nearly impossible to enforce because I can't watch her take a shower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I tell her it's if she has a dirty face.
That's her.
Yeah, it's like teeth are one thing because they're gonna fucking fall out. And
Yeah.
I can monitor that at least. But
Yeah.
but going back to adult time, I remember. So I remember the big thing with I think I'm raising my kids probably about the way my mom did. It was like definitely wasn't a helicopter parent. She was not as good. I think I'm probably maybe a little bit better on boundaries, like saying no. But I say that, but my 25-year-old son still lives with me with his fucking girlfriend or ex-girlfriend that he cheated on. Anyway,
And a baby.
But I will say, like, mom and dad definitely had a life outside of us.
Yeah.
They were like, they had friends they went and hung out with. I would bug them for attention sometimes when they had friends over. My mom would be like, hey, go do something else. We're having some adult time. And I would feel like I was missing out, but at the same time, I was like, I understand it now, especially as having my own kids. It's damn important to have
you are to be seen and not heard.
Well,
that's kind of how my father was.
That's how Justin's parents, his first parents were. It was like kids are to be seen but not heard. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I definitely think it's going from 5 to 11. The amount of adult time I've come to appreciate it a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Although it does make you feel a little guilty because you're like, is this too much?
Right.
Although at the moment, because we're going through the tweens, and I trying not to murder her half the time.
Right.
And I feel no fucking guilt because she'll just be a little shit sometimes and be kind of just grumpy and for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I don't feel bad spending a little time away from you. Because frankly, she asked for it.
Right.
She's like, I don't want to go do this. Yeah. Sometimes I enforce it. I'm like, hey, you have to come spend some family time with us.
Yeah.
But I do,
You have to go hug your grandmother and say hi to her. Oh, God. But yeah, 5 to 11. So I never went to like pre-K or kindergarten. Mm-hmm. I mean, daycare. Mama was, like I said, stay-at-home mom. So when I was an infant, I don't know if there was. I know that Mama couldn't go to restaurants with me, like 3 or 4, because.
Holy terror?
Yeah, apparently I was allergic to some ingredient in a lot of food. And I would be like Tasmanian devil, like be screaming, and I was that kid, like in the middle of the grocery store, laying down on the ground, like kicking and screaming. Mama didn't know what was going on with me, and then she saw an episode of Oprah, and she was like, "Well, let me try," and so she started feeding me foods that didn't have that ingredient, and I was fine, but. She didn't like that time period because then, she couldn't go out to eat because my father wouldn't watch me. There's no, But when we were in Germany, my mom would go like, hey, sister, will you watch, Jennifer so that I can go eat, or, she had people.
She could do some adult time of her
off,
own.
And, I'll go see my opa or my oma, and then I got to see people and visit and not have to... and then Mama could have time to herself.
She could have adult time.
Yeah. So I guess that's kind of how she did it when we were in Germany. When we were in the States, it's a little different story because Mama didn't have anybody. Except for one person. Best friend. Like, they've known each other for like 40 years or some crap like that. I mean, they're not as close now as they were before, but people change,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But so she would talk on the phone, or they would write letters to each other because it was expensive to talk on the phone. While we were in Germany, but when we were in the States, she had three. Her friend had three kids, and I was kind of in the middle of their ages, so I got along really well with the boys. Maybe not so much with the girl, but they it could be like, oh, we're going over to their house, and then we would play, and then they would talk.
Right.
So then she would have her me time or
Yeah, yeah.
adult time, and then I would be with the kids. So, and then when we moved to we came back at 12, I think it was 11 or 12, middle of fifth grade. We lived really close to them, so like I could walk to their house, and I could walk to my elementary school, which I did, and they had a playground at my elementary school. So most of the time we would be at the playground or playing basketball, and there was these woods, and we would make there was a lot of pine needles, so we would rake in the summertime and make tracks for our bikes, and we would just ride the tracks. So I was outside a lot.
Yeah. So your mother was able to get some good adult time.
And what they say, old soul. I started working 11, 12 years old, babysitting, and then 14 I got a real job, and I've just been working ever since. So, I guess my mom had her me time while I was at work because I had the car, and then she had her time then. So I don't think I ever really had to be told, because it was me being who I am. I'm just gonna go to my room.
I think a lot. I think the biggest thing for like when we were kids, I suppose what kids especially in the United States, were so spread out because it was a car culture. Mm-hmm. That like there's no public transportation. It's I don't think,
or if there is, it's shady.
Yeah, and most people don't really consider it safe for like young kids to go on the bus or something by themselves.
Right.
Whereas in Germany, it's either walk. Most of Europe, it's so densely populated that it's like, okay, I'm gonna go down to the neighbors, but the neighbors are like literally,
miles away.
Not even a mile. Like in Europe, it's like maybe a tenth of a mile. Like an easy 5-minute walk.
Opa, I had to be on the subway for about.
But they also
10 stops.
They have great public transportation, and everybody uses it because cars are so. So like the village is a lot closer in. Yeah. You can get to it a lot easier. Yeah, so it's like
Nuremberg is a pretty big city. So,
but even like if we were in London or something like that, a huge European city, or let's say New York. I was in New York. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, okay, on the street there's probably 800 kids because there's so many apartment complexes and whatnot. But here in the rural South, not rural South, but in the South, it's like we're just so spread out. Yeah. How do you make friends? And
Beeblereed, which is not even, I would say, a town.
What is the word you just said?
Beeblereed.
What is that?
That was where we lived.
Oh, okay.
It's a, I guess, what's the smallest thing? Village?
Sure.
Did no gas stations, it had a junkyard, it had a slaughterhouse, which I got to hear things being slaughtered, so that was not fun. And it was just a little bitty town, a little bitty village with it was probably like a neighborhood.
Yeah. But it was dense, probably. It was probably more dense than Huntsville is.
I mean, but the thing is there was nothing.
Yeah.
There's a soccer field, and then the lady had below, like she, in her house or apartment or whatever, there was a little store that you can get snacks or whatever. Right. But you had to drive to Würzburg, which was where the military base was. But that was the place to go to get like groceries.
Right.
There's no transportation there. We were just stuck in the middle of like nowhere.
Yeah.
I rode my bike like 5 miles to go to where the horses were and talk the person into letting me feed them and comb them, and I got to play with horses, so that was a lot of fun. But my mom didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
But I made friends with people who didn't speak English because we just played soccer.
But I guess my point was though that the United States. If we were in a small town, if we were in a really small town, like maybe Arab, Alabama, I'd be like, okay, just go outside and do something. But even in Arab or some other small town, and I'm not being racist, and there's a town in Alabama called ARAB, which is pronounced Arab.
Yep.
It's just, even in small towns, it's still so spread out, and there's no public transportation, so you can't go anywhere
Unless you have a car.
So, I really think that a lot of the fact that kids have to be up their parents' ass until they're like 12 or something,
Right.
and then you can dump them in front of a tablet, and they're not going to
Do bad things.
do terrible things. They're probably going to do some bad things.
Well, they do. I do like the fact that they have the tablets where you just restrict them to whatever age appropriate thing that they have, because that's what I had for Wesley.
But it's still sad that we have to do that.
Yeah, but also,
It's like, what else are you going to do?
well, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know about you, but I remember my friends. I spent the night at their house, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we got cable and we have Cinemax," and so they're like, we gotta stay up late and wait for the parents to go to bed so that we can go,
See boobies.
see what's on there because we heard it, and I'm like, whatever,
I never watched Skinny Max.
I saw my first porn.
Now, was it actually like? Did you see Because I've seen softcore stuff on but it's usually just boobs.
What we saw is the most funniest thing ever. It was a porn that they fast forwarded it.
Okay.
And there's different positions. And the people were just, and they had the, and then that whole thing, and they're just in different positions, and it's just fast forwarded. So they're like up against a wall and the bed, and and it's different, like upside down, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we watching? I'm not that fast, because I was like, 12 probably when we saw. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good, whatever. I didn't know about the birds and the bees because of the horses, so I'm good.
Well, did you? I don't know. Do you ever miss there's this transition period from younger kid to older kid, where
they need you more?
Yeah, and it's like they're glued to your ass. They're like, and you're still like, okay, you have to be bored. Go do something outside of me.
Right.
But at some point, you're like, oh, I kind of miss hanging out with them a little bit.
Yeah.
You're like, it's my sweet babe. I don't know if it's like romanticizing, it's nostalgia, I guess.
Yeah,
for when they're
where
younger.
you're just like, you remember the good part of that, not the, oh my God, please get out from underneath my ass part. But you're just thinking of the good stuff. But yeah, it is a weird transition when they don't need you as much. When they make their own food, like, like a pizza in the oven, like they can do that. And you're just like, okay, well, I'll just go eat dinner, with my husband, or, or, they're like, I am going to hang out in my room and play on my tablet all night, and then cut shit off, because that's what we can do now.
Yeah.
But, in a way, like hey, Mom, can you help me with this? Or you drop them off at school and they don't even say bye for the first day or whatever. They're just gone. They're just like, I'm going to sit with my friends, kind of thing. That's kind of.
Do you remember your house was a lot smaller than ours. So we have slight advantage where it's Clea's got the living room.
Yeah.
I'm usually in the kitchen area because it's huge. Mm-hmm. And Zane's usually in our bedroom watching TV. So,
and then you also have your office too.
Or I'm in the office. So we don't have to interact. We can just be like, okay, Clea, you're going to watch TV. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be in the kitchen or the office. Zane's going to be in the bedroom.
Right.
But your house was a lot smaller, and y'all were had to be up each other's asses
especially because it was grounded for a little bit there.
But do you remember having to be like, okay, I need me time.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck away. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, it's when he's grounded.
Well, I remember, when he was 8 or 9, and you gave him a month-long grounding.
Yeah, It was because he didn't have anything to do. And at that point, he hadn't met any friends in the neighborhood yet. And so when I get home from work, because, I'm having to deal with all, everything, I want to sit on my porch and have, a little bit of me time, and then I'll start cooking dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's grounded, he's bored, so he wants to come outside. And I'm like, you don't need to be around me smoking, so you need to go back inside. Well, I have nothing to do. I was like, we'll go play with dogs in the backyard. Use your imagination. Go read. Because that's what I would do, But I don't want to do that. And then I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I don't want you to be around my smoke. And so it would be back and forth. And he would do it on purpose, because I think maybe in other homes that he had been in, maybe they finally gave in.
Yeah.
But I think eventually he caught on. I'm not going to give in. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get your punishment reduced by doing more bad things.
Right.
I need you, because as soon as I got him, before I even when he was just the first week he stayed with me, when I was technically just fostering him, I was like, look here, this is the rule of the house. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. And I was like, the bad is not a whooping. Mm-hmm. The bad is a punishment that I think fits the crime.
Right.
And he had never had that before, because he had TV as a babysitter. Mm-hmm. So he was telling me that he watched, and I got him at 8, and he was telling me that he watched Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. And I'm like, that whole scene about them having sex every holiday, I'm like, that surprised me, and an 8-year-old definitely should not be seeing that,
yeah.
Cussing, when he was about, I think I make it 12 or 13, because I did it with my brother too. I'm like, I know you know these words, because, you probably say them at school with your friends. Just don't say it around adults, because that's the talk I had.
Yeah.
But I would start cussing around him. But that night at 8. And so he didn't, he would just be like, I have a week with no tablet. You could still watch TV, dude. I had it restricted, but you could still watch TV. But I don't have my tablet. I'm like, I know, but it's for a week. But if you keep on bugging me about it, I can make it 2 weeks. Do you want me to do that? No, ma'am. Okay. And so, he just would be like, can you just please whoop me and just get it over with? And I'm like, no, because first off, I don't really know how to whoop a child, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Because I got whooped once when I was a kid, and I know why. And I think my mom just hit my bottom 2 or 3 times, and that was it. But I really don't know. I hear about switches and stuff, and I'm like, I don't, leave welts, ew, But in that moment, I could tell, he probably got beat, not whooped, not like a regular whooping. I bet you he got beat, because he was like, I can take it, I won't cry. And I bet you he got that, well, you don't cry, or I'll give you something to cry about while he's getting beat or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, because first, that hurts my heart that happened to you. And second, I'm not going to do what you want me to, because guess what? You still have 4 more days of punishment without, your tablet. So it took a lot to kind of figure that out. But for the most part, because it was school for him, and then after school, and then school for him, and then Boys and Girls Club. And then the summer, it was Boys and Girls Club. So there was a lot of times where, I'd get him, go home, and cook, and then we'd go to bed.
Yeah.
Especially during school time, because I could get him later at Boys and Girls Club, because he just loved being there. And then that would give me my me time, because I would get off at 4, and I would go get him at 5:30, and then we'd eat, and that would be it. You do your thing, and I'm going to get ready for bed kind of thing. So I did get my me time, but it's when he was grounded, that was the time where it was like, oh my God, just please. Like I would be like going. I mean, if I would go do it, but like the people that go in the pantry. But I would like be in the shed smoking and hiding, and hopefully he didn't find me. I could see me do that if he didn't catch the point of just leave me alone.
I was about to say he never caught that.
Well,
Well, until the point he didn't want to be around you at all.
yeah, exactly. And then it's like, oh, okay.
I don't know. Adult time is like it is vital. I honestly I do think this is probably one of the most important things parents should do for themselves is you need to maintain your friendships just as an adult.
Yeah.
Because that's how you maintain your sanity as a parent is you have to, and I think it's just important to maintain your friendships in general.
Definitely.
You have like friendships are kind of like a car. It's like you have to put in some maintenance. You have to put in some effort into them.
Right.
To get, to what is it you say? You put good stuff in, you get good stuff out.
You do good, you get good. Yeah. Yep.
And I do feel like friendships are like that. And
yep.
Your friendships are what make parenting a whole lot easier, frankly.
Yeah, I think so. Especially if you can have the kids and like each other.
Yeah.
And they can play.
Well, I mean, we had that for years with Clea and Wesley. They're kind of out of it now because Wesley's so much older. Well, he's a teenager now and he does not want to be. And Clea is kind of like, I don't want to say, she's got a lot of attitude. And so she's like, I don't want to be around Wesley. So.
Right.
But
and they have different tastes or different things that, they don't. It's not like how they used to play like Roblox while we were on a road trip and they'd both be on Roblox together, like on their tablets.
Yeah, or they would
watching a movie, or
Yeah, or they go ride their bikes together.
Right, or go down to the neighbors, that kind of thing. That was.
I think we had about 3 or 4 years of that.
Yeah, that was good, but they weren't. But it was nice to come here and you treat him, like you treat me, where he was invited to the family dinners, he was loved, and being a teenager though, God bless. I don't want to go eat. I want to do this. Well, you're gonna go eat because you didn't eat anyways, and
I'm not buying anything special.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, for all the listeners, if you have any thoughts about adult time and how important it is in your life, because I think it's super important.
Yes.
To write in or leave us a message. Leave us a voicemail. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
And we're back. All right, Miss Jennifer, what have you been snacking on? Actually, toss me the bag when you get it.
Okay.
I want some more.
So, you went to Trader Joe's, and you got chili and garlic cashews. And they have, you can taste the chilies. It has got a good bite to them. I don't taste the garlic though.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, I like that they have a little bite. And so yeah, that's what we've been eating on while we've been, drinking our Westgay.
Have an adult time.
Yep.
Here, toss it back.
Let's just finish up because we're almost done. I don't want to have the noise.
I wish we were on video right now.
I just raised my eyebrow at him.
I can't do it anymore because I got Botox, but let me see if I can do it.
A little bit. Yeah, but you're closing an eye. You look like, I don't know.
It's funny whenever I go for Botox, she's like, okay, raise your eyebrows up. And I was like, is that as far as you can go? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, it's like making my brow muscles weak, so I can't do it as much anymore. So
that's funny.
All right, so we've had our cocktail, we've had our snack time. Now it's my story time. Yep. So this just happened yesterday, and it got me so tickled. So I asked Kalia to, what was I asking? No, it was this morning. This happened this morning.
It was laundry, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I got up. I was in the living room, or I was in the kitchen area, and Kalia wanted to do a play date later, and I was like, okay. What the bag? Don't throw a nut at me. Anyway, so she's at a play date right now, and I was like, hey, before we do the play date, before you go over to your friend's house, I want you to do your laundry and I want you to do Kumon. And she was, she and I have raised this child to be a giant smartass like I am. And so I'll ask her, I know it's completely my fault. So I'll ask her to do something. She'll be like, no. And admittedly, I say I do the exact same thing to her, so I can't complain too much. But then she'll be like, I'm just joking. So I don't like, I can tell when she's joking and when she's being a little shit. Anyway, so she's like, no. So I kind of hunched down and I spread my legs and I started like stomping like a monster. I spread my arms over, hunched over. And she's like, oh my God, why are you doing that? You look like grandma.
No.
Because my mother's 83 and she's stooping because she's...
Yeah, but her arms are not up in the air and she ain't stomping nowhere.
No, but she's stooping. And, and that's what Kalia meant. And I was just like, oh, Kalia,
I'm telling Grandma.
Funnily enough, I actually went over to Grandma's house like about an hour later and I was telling my mom, I was like, oh my God, Kalia said this. And she's like, well, she's not wrong.
Oh, I love Mama Ruth.
So,
that's funny. That's funny.
All right. For all our listeners, if you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice, or if you have any ideas for topics, please
email us at guidetopoorparenting@gmail.com.
Or call us at 256-274-1329 and leave a message.
And thanks again for listening to another episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting.
If you like our podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on, or comment, please.
Yes. We actually have 7 5-stars on Spotify.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And for our listeners, if you don't like our podcast, just like when our kids ask why they can't sleep with us, even though they cling to you like Velcro and make you hot and miserable all night long.
Tough shit. I love you, but I need my adult time, and that is in the bed, and I don't like people touching me when I sleep.
Go sleep in your own fucking bed.
That's right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.